Once Upon a Time in China and America is a Movie Fiend's favorite for me because I grew up with this film. After renting the first 3 films from Blockbuster as a child, I could not find 4 or 5. I did not know they existed, but I saw Once Upon a Time in China and America, and I'm like, hey, Jet Li's on the front cover, so must be part of the franchise, and it is. It's the 6th and final film of the Wong Fei-Hung film series started by Choi Hark. However, this one's directed by Sammo Hung, who's really good at directing, especially action sequences. He did a lot of fun action movies in the 80s and 70s and 90s, like Eastern Condors, Encounters of the Spooky Kind, Knockabout, Prodigal Son, a few other pretty hefty, solid resumes. So this one definitely falls into that category. Wong Fei-Hung rescues a gunslinger named Billy who's dying of thirst in the desert. However, they are attacked by Native Americans, and their carriage crashes into a river or something, and Wong Fei-Hung hits his head and gets amnesia. So he gets found by a different tribe of Native Americans and basically becomes a brother of theirs. Some action there. However, mostly we're focusing on 13th Aunt and Clubfoot as they try to find Wong Fei-Hung. However, they meet up with Bucktooth So in the small American town where they're trying to open up a Pochi Lam American branch. However, everyone there is racist. You've got corrupt, racist sheriffs, racist law. You've got villains. I mean, the sheriff's nice to the Chinese people there, but there is a lot of corruption. There's also like a corrupt Chinese foreman who takes advantage of his own people. So there's a little bit of theme in there. But I think the main star is that there's still plenty of action. There's so much martial arts action. In fact, this movie might have the most action out of all of the movies, and which is surprising because there's a lot of gunplay in this movie. However, just because everyone's got guns doesn't mean you don't skimp on the action. And this movie has plenty. There's the opening shootout with Native Americans, and then you've got a really, really good sequence where Wong Fei-Hung, he's lost his memory and he's trying to find his memory, so he goes to town, and Clubfoot has to try to jog his memory by using the fighting styles of his previous foes, so Iron Vest Yim and Commander Lan. And this is a really long extended sequence, but we get to see Wong Fei-Hung stripped down. Like, Wong Fei-Hung as a character is a martial artist master, but he's also like a kind, generous doctor. He's a scholar. And when you strip away that and you just turn him into a fighter, he's pretty brutal. So he kind of gives Clubfoot like a vicious beating because he doesn't know who he is or who he's fighting. And it's a really great showcase of like the entire franchise as a whole, and a great sequence where he gets his memory back. There's also a fight scene where he takes on another native tribe, Wong Fei-Hung, with memory loss. And there's a few more scuffles throughout the film with a vicious spur kicking villain. I don't even know his name, but he's like he's a badass, and you get to see him kick a wolf to death. So like they showcase his skill before they bring him up against Wong Fei-Hung, and they have to deal with like corruption and stuff like that. There's a lot of other things going. There's a very stuffed narrative, but plenty of action, lots of martial arts action. That's what you want, and Sammo Hung delivers in spades. The story's fine. There's also like a goofy subplot of when Wong Fei-Hung had his memory loss with the natives, he was yellow, and one of the women wanted to be with him, so 13th Aunt gets jealous when she finds out about this other woman. So there's a little bit of levity in there, and overall, pretty solid movie. Definitely one of the best of the franchise. Definitely a good film to end the franchise on. So that's why Once Upon a Time in China and America is a Movie Fiend's favorite.